Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I'm Angela and today I have a burning question for you guys. Have you ever had one of those sewing projects that the more you fuddled around with it, fussed over it, tried to hack it, it just kept getting worse and worse? I have had that many a time and I am happy to say that this cardigan was not one of those. Stick around to the end and I'll show you how it turned out. But first, a big thank you to all of you guys who gave me such wonderful advice on the issues that I was experiencing with this cardigan. And let me grab the pattern. I got so many good tips and I incorporated some of those. And I'll give you, when I show you the vest, and it's a kind of, I made it into a vest. It's like a sleeveless cardigan, but to me, it's just a long vest now. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. This is the pattern that I used. It's McCall's M8052. I was going for this version, but with longer sleeves, and I ended up doing something more like this. I'm very happy with it either way. So we'll get into that here in a moment. First, I wanted to show you guys what my next coming projects are. And I'm so jazzed about this, and I think that that is what prompted me to get this thing done already. I was dragging my feet so long to do this cardigan. Not that it was difficult, because it wasn't, and I will do a pattern review on this. Not today, probably in the next 1 or 2 videos. Look out for that. Suffice to say that if I wanted to start my next project, I'm going to show you that pattern. This, which I'm so pumped about. I had to finish this because I don't want things just kind of lingering around. So I did finish this. We'll get to it here in a moment. But first, next up on my project list is Butterick B6223. It's a shorts and a longer culotte version. And this was published 2015, so it's getting kind of old, not old, but kind of out there a little ways now. It's no longer available that I could tell from, simplicity.com, but you can find copies of this on Etsy and eBay. I have made this pattern before, back in 2021, I think. I did the shorts version. I was very pleased with how it turned out, and I wore those shorts. I'm sorry to say that they do not fit me right now. I pulled them out of my closet, tried them on. They're just a little tight, but maybe not for long. Anyway, I'm glad that I did that, because now I was just going to reuse the pattern pieces that I had traced onto my white tissue paper, and I would have wrecked this fabric that I'm getting ready to show you. It wouldn't fit. So I sized one size up, and I think that'll be perfect. So what I'm using for this is, it's a rayon, I think, challis. I'll put a picture of it up here. This is one of the fabrics that I got from Morex Fabrics a while back. I'll put a link to that video up here. They do have a discount code for all of you guys to use, and I'll put that below. But the fabric is gorgeous. It is even more beautiful than I thought it looked online, and I thought it was really fantastic in the listing, but it just is superb in real life. So I wanted to make this longer version, the full culottes here. It turns out I don't have enough fabric. I only have 2 yards of the fabric. I don't have enough for the long version, but what I do have, what I can do, is do something about midway in between. So I think that that'll still look good. It'll come below the knees, and I'm going to do, I'm not sure if there's any difference in the fullness of these two options, but it'll be full, and it might kind of look skirt-like in appearance, but I'm really excited that I have enough to make it longer than the shorts, just to make it a little bit dressier. So I am going to show you how I'm kind of working around the shortage on the pattern, on the fabric, with the pattern pieces laid out. I've done this many a time, and probably, I'm guessing a lot of you guys have too, where if you don't have quite enough fabric, but you can Tetris the pieces in and maybe shorten something or lengthen it or make it sleeveless, to still be able to have that garment with the fabric that you want. I'll show you how I tend to do that here in just a second. first I want to grab, I'm going to make a top to go with this. And it's going to be kind of similar to the top she's wearing. I'm guessing she's tucked in, so I can't tell. But I am going to make another version of my swingy tank tops that I love to wear and make. I've showed you guys a couple of those that I've made since I got my serger. And I've made them even before, at least one before I even got my serger. So I love it. It's a self-drafted pattern. I'm going to show you the fabric that I got for that. Actually, I didn't get this fabric for that purpose. I got this fabric because I thought it was gorgeous. It's just a jersey knit. I can't remember if this is bamboo rayon blend or what, but I'll put it on the screen. But I thought it looked so lovely with the floral that they were just made for each other. I'll kind of put these two up next to each other once I show you how I've got my pattern pieces all laid out. And if you're ready, let's go ahead and look at that. And then I want to show you guys how this turned out. So we got a lot of stuff to chat about. Let's get moving. So before we look at how the pattern pieces are laid out, this is the fabric again. And look at this mustardy gold yellow. Doesn't it just look fantastic? It really picks up this almost very, same color in the flower leaves there. But I just thought it looked so lovely with this, and it'll make a really, really nice outfit together. Perfect for summer. One thing that Me Made May has made me realize is that I really don't have a lot of Me Made warm weather separates. So this will help to kind of fill that gap in. So what I've done, there are only 4 pattern pieces for these culottes. We've got the waistband, the back, and the front, and then the pocket over there. And what I did was to lay the full length of the fabric out here on my table, and I'm so blessed and lucky to have this table. So it is 6 feet long, and I kind of, I had to make sure I had room for the waistband, and the pocket just fits in wherever. And even if I had to make the pocket out of a different fabric, it would have been fine. So that's not an issue. The problem is I don't have enough to make the full length of the culottes. So I laid it out with the boundaries of the waistband and along with the end of the fabric here. And if I were to make the shorts version, this is the cutting line. Back up a little bit right there. And then similarly, it's right here. I don't know how well that's showing up. So I laid the 2 pieces out front and back and overlapped them enough, like even spacing them evenly out so that I can add enough length on to the shorts version, or conversely take enough length off of the bottom for both, the same amount for both front and back. So the way that it's, I don't know if I can, let me see if I can zoom out here a little bit. So there we go. So you can see it overall. And I think it's going to work out just fine. And the way that I have it laid out, I'm only taking off 3 or so inches from the bottom, and which means it'll be 10 inches longer than the shorts would be. So I think that that'll work out just fine. It should be below the knee, which is what I was wanting. I just realized I am recording all this without my microphone, so if it sounds kind of echoey and tinny, I am truly sorry about that. If you are ready, let's go ahead and take a look at this vest. And I'll need to do that over in the bedroom because it's the only place in the house that I can get far enough away from the camera to show full length of, myself, my torso, and my body. So I'll meet you over there. Okay, so here's the vest. And what I did was to first take off the sleeve, the one sleeve that I had put on, just basted it on. Thank goodness I had just basted it. It was easy to pick out and take off. And then knowing I wanted to make it sleeveless, I went ahead and put the sleeve bindings or sleeve bands on. And then it was still really voluminous on the sides and the back. So I took the side seams in by 2 inches on left side and 2 inches on the right side. And that really seemed to bring it in, make it fit more nicely. So from the front, I'm really happy with it. It seems like it fits nicely. I noticed that the sleeves still kind of hang over the shoulders a little bit, but when I took a look at the pattern envelope, it looks like that is how it's made. Doesn't mean I had to keep it like that, but I already had the sleeve bands on, so I'm just keeping it like that. If it bothers me and I want it to be in a little closer, I can change that up later pretty easily, hopefully without having to take off too much, but I think that should be easy to do. So I haven't really looked at the back with like a two-way mirror, or like holding up the mirror in front of me and looking behind or whatever. So this will be a first. You guys will get to see it before I do. Or, well, I'll see it when I'm editing. But anyway, here goes the back. And it doesn't feel like it's too bulky, baggy back there, but I am not sure how it looks. And I am just really happy with the way it turned out. I'll be wearing this with longer length sleeves, so this might not get much wear until fall and winter time, or maybe on a chilly summer evening if we have any of those. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious, and I am so grateful for all the great suggestions, because I was kind of like, ugh, what am I going to do with this? And you guys came through, so thank you so much. Now, back to the regular video. So what did you guys think? I haven't really looked at the back yet since I made all the adjustments, and it might still be looking a little too baggy. And there was a very good suggestion from one of you guys to put a seam down the middle. It might have been Katinka over at the seamstress at the cottage. I can't remember. She might have been the one to suggest that. I thought it was a fantastic idea, but I wanted to do these other adjustments first and then kind of see where it stood. So by the time I'm editing this video, I will get to see the back and see if I think it still needs that seam down the back. You guys can let me know too what you think. So that's about all I have for you today. Once again, don't forget the discount code for Morex Fabrics. It'll be, the link will be below, or the code will be with a link to their website. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and all the days that you do. And also big thank you to all of you guys who had such great suggestions for me as far as how to adjust this vest to make it fit and look a little bit better. It was all so helpful and I appreciate it. Reminder that if you are interested and you want a little bit more from the channel, I do have a membership option. The button is below. It just says join. You can click on that and see if it's something you might be interested in. You get a little bit of extra perks for doing that, more content, a little bit more content, but I'm kind of ramping that up. That's on my radar to do way more behind the scenes for the members. There's a monthly live chat, so I would love to have you guys join that if you are interested. Thanks for taking a look at it either way. And I hope to see you over on Instagram, where I seem to be failing miserably at Me Made May, trying to get one in here and there, but it's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. The whole point is to remind me to wear my Me Mades. I hope that you are wearing your Me Mades. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed showing you how nicely this cardigan turned out. Until next time, bye.